Alright, motherfuckers, we back
at it again.
This is the 2 Cents You Call It podcast.
One time for the
I
one
am
time.
your host X, and I'm here with my brother from another mother, my co-host Dub. What's happening?
What's happening, man? We
Hey,
are
man.
at it again
At it again.
for episode number 28, brother.
Hey.
We are 28 episodes in, man.
Yeah, late night creep.
Hey, and we on a different day, but we'll
Yeah.
get into that in a little bit. As
Yeah.
always, thank you for everybody that always tunes in with us. Thank you for all of the shot callers out there that are faithful listeners. If you are a new listener, we appreciate you too.
Hey, yeah.
Please make sure to go check us out on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, comment. We want to hear from
Real
y'all
for
out there. We definitely want to see what you think about the show, and give us a little guidance if you want us to go in a different direction.
Yeah.
We are also on all of the other listening platforms for your pleasure. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. So you can go follow us on either one of those and still hit that subscription button on YouTube.
Yes.
Housekeeping rules, my brother.
Who?
What's in your glass?
What's in my glass? Okay. Kind of just caught a vibe today.
We did.
It's been an eventful weekend.
It is. And you know what? Before we get started, because both of these drinks are themed after two organizations that are having very special days, and we want to shout them out. Shout out to Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Both of them had their Founders Day this week.
Yes, happy Founders Day to you ladies. Please
so January 13th for the Deltas and January 15th for the AKAs. So shout out to y'all. So your drink, my brother.
My drink is going to be called the Pretty Girl.
The Pretty Girl. Shout out to the Pretty Girls.
Pretty Girl. So what I have in my glass is an apple whiskey. I have an apple vodka, and I know they still made this, but I saw it in the liquor store. I got some. I guess I can give them a shout out. I don't know whether they still sell this. Some Nuvo, and then I'm gonna top that off. Last night I was doing a spritzer, but I think I was going overboard. But now I'm just gonna do a Red Bull. And stuff, and get this energy going again. What you drinking over there, brother?
My drink is named after the other organization with the Founders Day this weekend. It's gonna be the Devastation, and it is a apple whiskey with a raspberry sparkling water. So, shout out to the Reds.
Shout out to y'all.
All right, man. So let's get into it, man. How was your week?
A bunch of bullshit.
Let's talk about it. What happened?
Well, for the most part, it was a pretty good week.
Okay.
Just a regular work week and stuff like that. Everybody, if you don't know by now, I am an accountant by trade. So January, we go back, we work a month behind everything. So I'm in December closes, so it's end of year stuff. So we're getting everything together. Other than that, it was pretty basic week. Heard back from my recruiter and stuff like that. Ended up trying to get some stuff cleared up, so I get looking into getting some new positions and stuff.
Yeah.
So I had to get in contact with my college and find out some bullshit that's going on. But life throws you curveballs sometimes and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
you gotta roll with it.
Yeah. So I think it's important that you don't get too stuck in your ways or too satisfied with anything, and don't get down on yourself about certain things. So, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Try to finesse some things and stuff like that, and get everything back right.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, but other than that, man, it was a pretty basic week. Besides this weekend, but we'll get into that a little bit later as well.
Yeah.
How was your week?
Week was all right, man. I will say that, because speaking of being down on yourself, I will say this week for me, it's been a slow start to New Year, man. I just haven't felt the energy that I normally feel.
Okay.
It's a number of things. I think I need to get a little bit more sleep. I think I need to get back.
I'm sorry, my brother.
I think I need to get back to good eating habits.
Okay.
Because I have been neglecting that part.
Okay, I'm sorry again, my brother.
And also, I talk about it frequently. Like travel for me is a reset. It's my way of resetting.
Yeah.
So this upcoming week I got a couple of places that I'm traveling to. I got some travel planned. So I'm hoping to hit the reset button and just be able to relax, get
Uh-huh.
some R&R in, and just have a good time.
Have you tried walking outside barefooted? I know we said we was gonna talk. I said I was gonna explain this to you,
Okay, so explain.
but ultimately, what it is since your body does have electric current and everything running through it. They say if you go outside and go into the grass, it grounds you, so it kind of recharges you.
What kind of white?
It's not white necessarily. I know some black Wiccans that do it too
Okay,
and
well,
stuff.
you
Just try it.
You try it first and let me know how it
I
works.
did. I do it every time. Every time I go back to Louisiana, I try to do that
Okay.
because that's where I was born. So I was like, okay, maybe if I get more in touch with the earth out there, then hey, brother, you know how these random conversations go with me. We'll talk about my other discovery that we had.
Yeah, but speaking of sleep, man, one thing was good, and we both talked about this. I actually had. I'm not a person that dreams often. I don't have a lot of dreams, and so when I do, and I actually remember it, it's like a big thing. Like
Yeah.
I'm like that means that I actually for once hit that deep
Deep.
realm
Yeah.
of sleep, which doesn't usually happen for me. So that was a
A good one.
likely a good change.
Yeah, and I had a dream this week too, and stuff. Well, I had a couple dreams this week, but the one I remember is one of my Facebook friends. She was getting at work and stuff, and I don't know why, but she was getting it. She posted on a story this day. She had the things out. I was like, okay, all right.
Something is wrong with
Let
you,
me
man.
control myself before I get in trouble. People be putting my business out in the streets.
Not your business in the streets. But yeah,
All this schmeat.
so started and we
Let me
we
put this on another table.
yeah,
Y'all keep on hearing that banging.
you over there fucking up.
Sound like Trey songs.
So yeah, we talked about had a few Founders Day this week,
Yeah.
which led us to a very eventful past couple of days.
You know what, brother? We were disrespectful. There are 3 sororities that got Father's Day this week.
Yeah,
We
but
just haven't got it to it yet.
yes, we have not gotten to it, and
This will be posted on there.
Yeah.
Their Father's Day. So shout out to the ladies of Zeta Phi Beta.
yes,
It's
we
ready for
we did
it.
not forget about you. We just it
They
just
had a caveat.
yeah, it has not. Well, today is January 15th, so
Yeah.
it has not come yet. But yeah, that it will be tomorrow. So shout out to the ladies of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's led to us having back-to-back events.
Yes.
So we started Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Thursday night was cool, man.
Yeah, I got with some brothers,
Yeah.
and then made that long journey.
Well, see, Thursday night, I think Thursday night is where I started to realize that
You didn't get enough sleep.
I'm not as young as I used to be.
Okay.
Because literally went from work to a event that we had for our particular organization, and then
Yeah.
we went straight into celebrating with the Deltas. And
Well, hold on, let's back up, my brother. You went from work to my space, or not my space, my place, and we couldn't decide on if we were going to drive together or not.
okay, I'm glad that you brought that up.
Tell
Glad
you
you brought-
something. He is.
Tell the
I'll be
story.
concerned about my brother.
Tell the story.
Okay, so we're both going to this place.
We're both going to the same place.
Both going
Leaving
to the same
from
place.
the same place.
Leaving from the same place, and we're going to go somewhere else, another place together. But I wanted to have my car just in case I decided to go do something else.
Okay.
Let me tell you something, brother. I am scarred from PV's homecoming, so I will never. I try my best to avoid riding in the car with you because you will get on some
stuck.
other shit, and I will be stuck.
Well, let's
That happened at karaoke too. You was walking somebody to their car, and I was just stuck outside talking to homeless people and shit.
Well, you made sure to return the favor this weekend because that was Wednesday night, but Thursday night we definitely got stuck somewhere because you.
That wasn't Thursday. That was Friday night.
I'm sorry, Friday night.
Yeah, brother, you. Yeah, your age is showing.
yeah, because I'm getting old. Shit, I was tired.
You gotta take your Jinko, whatever this shit called.
No, but you returned that favor because Friday we ended up getting stuck in the location.
We wasn't stuck.
I was stuck because
you
wanted to stay.
Hey, brother, you drove. That's all I want to say. You drove.
I was
Anytime you wanted to pick up, we could have got up out there.
I was like, I'm ready to go home.
I was ready too. And the person that told me to stay, well, two people told me to stay. They got their second win. And they was in there for a whole other 2 hours.
Was out.
Yeah.
So we had Thursday's event. We backdoored with Friday's event.
Yeah.
Friday, we were supposed to record Friday because that's a normal recording day.
Yes.
Today is Saturday. We're not recording till now because
Friday they pushed us back.
Yeah, we was out there with people that wanted us to come out, and we stayed out a little too late.
Yeah, let me tell you something. We are old and washed.
Yes.
Because we ended up leaving there. We was like, okay, let's go get something to eat. And hopefully they'll be at this second spot that they said they was going to 12 hours ago. And they never went.
Mind you, but I can't even blame it on them because I'm going to blame it on the fact that we are getting old and washed. Yeah. Because I think by the time we left that event, it might have been 10 o'clock.
It was. When we were eating and it had just turned 11, I was like, hey, brother. I'm not gonna make it over there.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
it's not gonna happen.
You know what? We ain't even got to record tonight. We can do it tomorrow.
Yeah, man. But at that event, we will talk about something that we went back and forth about. So you was ready to give your hoodie away or your sweatshirt away.
People, I'm a very generous person. I love everybody. I will give you the clothes off my back.
He also makes stupid decisions when he's drinking.
No, some stupid decisions and stuff like that.
And so
call an ex, sing on a voicemail or something like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Send a text message out. Send me to me. Might do that too. We'll talk about that a little later too. Yeah. But nah, man, he was one of my OGs and stuff. He liked my sweater, and I was like, you know what? I got plenty of stuff at home, so. You know what I'm saying? This is my first time meeting you. Let me give you a gift.
Yeah.
And you was like,
I was like, don't give that sweater away.
don't you get that
First of all, the sweater is fire. And second of all, I just felt like once you sobered up the next day, you was going to realize that you did not have that sweater anymore.
I could have talked to Divine Personality and just be like, hey, you still had this print. Let me get another one.
Yeah, but if the print was gone and
I would have waited on it.
You couldn't get it made again.
I got a T-shirt that got the same print though.
But it's cold. You gonna wear the T-shirt right now?
I have 15 others.
Hey, my brother. Well,
this is what I gotta deal with y'all.
Long story short, you didn't give the hoodie. I mean the sweatshirt away. So that was a good one. But that brought us into today, which was back-to-back events because we had a full day Thursday, turned around Friday.
Yes.
Then we got up this morning and had to be at the Mlk Parade in Carrollton.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Yes,
it is
sir.
This weekend. We are observing his day on Monday. So yeah, definitely a great day, great holiday. I'm glad that we're finally getting our holidays. Yeah. Well, that one has been a holiday for a while, but we finally got Juneteenth too.
They just now made it a work holiday.
Yeah.
I think in Texas. Like 2 years ago.
Yeah. So I'm glad to start seeing change somewhere.
Yeah, and black people, make sure that you keep Dr. King's legacy alive, not the whitewashed version that everybody likes to put out there.
Yeah.
But he had many other sides, and what I'm saying, he was talking about equity and everything like that.
Yeah.
So America, we coming for our check.
Run me.
That's the Dr. King that they don't like to talk about.
Yeah, man. So yeah, we definitely had the parade earlier today.
It was light out there, man.
Yeah, man. So first of all, it's cold as shit today.
Yes.
Like here's the thing about Texas.
You almost missed me, brother. You almost missed me because you left before I did, and when I walked outside, I said,
It's brisk. It was brisk, man. Here's the thing about Texas. It's Dallas, to be exact. I keep telling y'all, we can have 4 different seasons in a matter of 24 hours.
it was sleeting.
Yesterday, no, not sleeting. It was snow.
Was it?
Yesterday, we were in the 70s, brother.
Yeah, because we talked about that. I was like, hey, I walked out earlier that day, and I was like, oh, it's a perfect day for
Yes, sir.
for a picnic.
Yes, sir.
And
It
later
was
that night,
It was in the 70s. Woke up this morning to go to the event, to the parade, and it was 31
yeah,
with the wind chill that felt like 21.
yeah, it was bad out there, man.
And then by the time we got done, it actually started snowing.
Yeah,
Like snow flurries outside.
yeah,
I said, this is some bullshit. So we got to deal with Corona, and we got to deal with this bullshit of hot and cold and getting sick.
brother. You already know how I feel about Corona.
Man,
I've been trying to dodge it all weekend.
it's been crazy, man. But we had an additional event today that we did. We're both a part of a mentoring program, and we'll actually get into that event in a little bit because it's going to take us to our main topic. But before we do, let's get into our current events, man. First things first.
Shut the fuck up.
You got 2 teams, man. You got 2 football teams.
Yeah,
One of your teams did, and first of all, let's discuss why X has 2 football teams because it's terrible. The fact that
Plenty of people have 2 football teams.
y'all fair weather fans, yeah.
No,
pick a
not
side.
at all. Not at all.
Pick a side.
Because I still rep them.
So
Rep them both.
So when
you said that like these are just like
so
the most
it-
historic
so if they play,
franchises
so
ever.
if they play each other, who do you root for?
I stay neutral. Well, no, I
trash.
actually root for Tennessee in that they actually played each other this year.
All right, so for everybody listening, X has 2 teams. One of them is the Tennessee Titans, who did very well in the season, and
Number 1 seed
And-
in the AFC.
and your other team didn't make the playoffs, and I love it.
Well, they tied.
Who
and
do you play? Who y'all play tomorrow?
Who do we play? The Saints.
Y'all play.
Um,
Y'all can go tailgate
Well, there they go.
at the Superdome because ain't nobody gonna be using that.
okay.
Until
Well,
next
y'all
season.
be right there alongside them.
Will be, but we're talking about now because you didn't.
It's okay.
How you hating from the outside the club? You can't even get in.
Well, I did get in. See, that's the joy of having 2 different teams.
That's because you trash.
No, for the people that are new to the show, I was born in Louisiana, so I have always rooted for the Saints, but they're
Okay.
not my favorite team.
All right.
So
And then how did you get on the Tennessee Titans? Because
Madden.
have you ever been to Tennessee?
I have
Okay.
Nashville, which is where they play.
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Had you been to Tennessee when it was the Tennessee Titans?
They were still the Houston Oilers at the time.
Oh, okay. So again, how did you get to
Madden.
being in Tennessee? Oh, okay. So your team is your team because of a video game?
That's how majority of people decide their teams.
I don't think that's it.
That's how I became a Portland Trailblazers fan. Never been to Portland.
Trash.
Had an
All right.
ex-girlfriend that worked in Portland for a minute.
You're trash. All right. So
I'll fight you.
next current event, man.
Chop.
Drake is in the headlines right now.
Yeah.
Apparently he's getting sued.
Yeah, so they say. You can't believe everything that's online, but
Yeah. But it's been out there. And
this world is crazy as hell now.
so for everybody that doesn't know what happened,
That's Southside.
Drake had sexual intercourse with a young lady
Yes.
and
Yeah.
used a condom.
Mm-hmm.
Safe sex. Practice safe sex. out there.
Because you don't want that latex that I think.
Latex. Yeah. Used the condom and he went to the restroom and put hot sauce in the condom. Tied it up.
Supposed to kill the sperm.
Yeah, he said it was to kill the sperm. Tied it up, threw it in the trash can.
Yeah.
The young lady,
Y'all hear that? Trash can,
No,
not the toilet.
not the toilet.
Fuck y'all pipes up.
Young lady goes and fishes the condom out of the trash can, unties it, and proceeds to
Use gravity.
try
bro.
to impregnate herself
Yeah.
with Drake's sperm.
Drake gonna be my baby daddy.
And
And
ended up with the jalapeno coochie.
Frank ended up being a baby daddy.
Frank's red sauce. She put that shit on
Everything on her eggs. She said, "I like my omelets with egg with hot sauce on the bitches."
And she ended up burning. And now she is mad at Drake.
Yeah.
Now, what's your take on this story, brother?
She deserved the shit.
Deserved every bit of it. I hope your fallopian tubes fall out.
Damn, what's that? I'm trying to remember that. Sam Jackson, Dave Chappelle used to say, "Yeah, something did it, and I hope you burn in hell." Yeah, she deserved that shit. That's some foul ass shit, but
Man.
it's not new. Like everybody's known about turkey bases and
Yeah.
everything like that.
Yeah.
And, I mean, she tried to come up and
But let me tell you, you know how stupid she gonna look if she's really trying to sue him? Let me tell you, any judge that gets in front of
well,
should be like, you raggedy bitch.
you raggedy bitch.
Because that's some foul ass shit.
That is like how do you? That's I mean, I'm hoping. Well, oh my god.
I hope her fallopian tubes fall out.
But she can't. Well, I'm not gonna say that.
I don't give a
I
damn.
try not to wish just terrible things on the people.
Fuck her.
I thought about this earlier this week. There's people out there just like praying for your downfall.
Oh, man, let me tell you, one of my coworkers was praying for me to get COVID.
Oh, my God.
And wanted it to be bad. Because
Let's tell you, brother, I was praying for you. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
because we have difference in opinions about the vaccination. So he was praying for me to get COVID. And I did get COVID, but
You did.
I'm here today. Here to tell you
Hey, man, that was about to be.
that I'm moving on.
It was about to be the 1 cent.
The 1 cent.
I was gonna keep on pushing on your legacy.
Keep on recording. You just gonna have to do the intro by yourself,
Yes,
back and
sir.
forth. Back at it again.
Back at it again.
Yeah, man. That's actually gonna tie into our main topic. Well, let's get back to the event that we had today. So we are mentors in a
Yes.
program, and our event today was
Especially just sex education.
sex education.
And everything that comes along with sex and relationships and everything. It's a really dope conversation to have.
It is, and it's even so we do this annually, and every time we do this event, we even end up learning things during the event. We bring in professionals to talk about sexually transmitted diseases and infections, myths and truths about sex.
Yeah.
And things that you may have heard, things that are definitely not true, the difference in certain things, and just precautions to take.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely a conversation. One thing that I like about having the conversation is it's always good to see what the generation now, like where their head is, how the similarities are with them and how we were coming up, and then what the differences are, because they're living in a generation of social media, everything, right?
Yeah.
When we were coming up, middle school, high school, we had cell phones. Well, I didn't even get a cell phone until high school.
I didn't get a cell phone until I was 18.
Oh nah, I had a cell phone at 15,
Let me
maybe.
tell you, brother. If I would have had a cell phone when I was younger, I would have had a whole lot more situations going on.
Yeah, man. But even then, social media wasn't the thing, right?
Nah.
Like when we got to high school, I think Facebook was like just starting.
Facebook started in really like 05 because I remember I was on there.
Yeah.
And when it started off, you had to have you had to be in college.
Yeah. You had to you had to input like where you where you go to college and all that kind
Yeah,
of
I
stuff.
finessed the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
I was on that bitch.
I mean, we did have MySpace, but it was nowhere near as advanced as it is today, and it definitely was not on cellular devices. Like
Yeah.
you had to log into your computer for this shit, and we
Yeah.
still have dial up and all that shit.
Yeah.
So to see like everything that's happening with them now, being in the age of social media, like where social media is everything, man, I can't imagine the trouble we would have gotten into.
Hey, brother, my parents would have had checked my web browser history every night. Getting it in.
Yeah,
No more sneaking onto the family computer and trying to delete history. And
man. But it was great to hear their perspective, and once those young men loosened up and got more familiar
definitely.
in the room, it actually made for very healthy dialogue.
Yeah.
To debunk some of those myths that they of course, because you hear them, you're gonna hear them in high
And
school.
it's still some grown people that believe it.
Oh, for sure, it's still some man. It's still
Grown
50
people in this
year olds.
room that
It's still 50-year-olds talking about if I pull out, I'm good.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's still 33-year-olds to be like, hey, I'm good.
Childish. Yeah, but
I still believe that every woman that says that it's on birth control is on birth control, and you just kind of put out there the pitfalls that a lot of guys fall for in their youth, and it really had me thinking about some of my foolishness. I was very reckless in my younger years,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, thank God that social media wasn't, because it definitely would have been in somebody's inbox.
And it was still in somebody's inbox. And stuff. I had a digital camera, so I can still upload this.
You childish, man. But in comparison, speaking with those young men or those boys, and comparing, where we are in life now, age and maturity when it comes to quantity versus quality, right? Let's be real. When we were, I guess, from the start of us starting to have sex, like from losing your virginity, it was all about trying to get the next one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it was about quantity at that point. Because it's just like, you're 17, 18, 19, 17 to 21, right, year old young man. And you start experiencing, and really, honestly, in today's age, I guess that's a late bloomer.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them,
they starting, well, shit, even in our day and age, people were starting in middle school. And I was just figuring out what palm oil was and shit.
What palmetto was?
Okay, all right. This is what y'all been talking about. We like, nah, we on some new shit now. You sticking shit in. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll be over here with my jerkins.
Yeah, man. So I think at that point, it was all about, especially depending on, if you was in the org, if you did extracurricular activities, like, it became a competition about, I can get this one, or I can bag this one.
Got the baddest one and stuff like that.
Or who has the most experience,
on both sides.
Yeah, on both. Now let me tell you, this is definitely not you are definitely like we not singling out just young men, because it was young women that was doing the same thing, and their thing was
their
thing was, oh, I can get an older guy, or I can get a college guy, or I can, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I can fuck this dude and make this chick upset.
Yeah, so I don't think it's limited to just one gender.
That old thing,
because both genders ain't shit.
Fuck everything up in my life. Got control your dick, X.
You went down memory lane.
Yeah, man. Fuck my whole life up.
No, but yeah. So just quantity versus quality. I think nowadays it's definitely more of a thought. The older you get, it's definitely more. Well, I'm not gonna say
for some people,
yeah,
because certain people came to mind. I was like,
yeah. I'm gonna. Oh my God, I'm gonna say with
y'all
maturity,
fucking
because
everything.
you can always be an old fool, right? Age
Yeah.
doesn't equal wisdom. But I'm gonna say the more mature you get, you definitely start
Yeah, you don't need 10.
realizing.
You just need 4.
You definitely start realizing that these are actual. I believe in soul ties. These are actual soul ties. Like you
Okay.
are linked to this person in some kind of way
Okay.
through sexual encounters.
Yeah, you remember I had that conversation with one of my friend dates.
Yeah,
And I was like, hey, I was just out here.
he's out here tying to anybody, huh?
Yeah, man. Just trying to fucking fill some voids and shit.
Yeah.
And
So.
all that to come back to our top.
Oh
top
yeah,
list today.
yeah, top list. Yeah. So I think just sitting there and talking to them, it was actually refreshing because majority of the boys in the room were high school,
Yeah.
and I mean, obviously they could have been just faking the funk for us, but a lot of
Yeah.
them were still virgins.
Okay.
And
I was not paying attention to
and
that.
it was actually refreshing because I'm like, man, in a age of them hearing everything on the radio,
Yeah.
them seeing everything via, whatever's on TV because TV is not really censored anymore.
Yeah.
And then just the access that they have, like you can get on YouTube on any device basically at this point. And
Yep.
if you don't have any parental
We need
controls,
to wrap this up because we need to get on home. 'Cause about to have another dream.
Nah, but if you don't have any parental controls, on whatever device you're viewing it on, you can pretty much pull up anything.
The world is your oyster.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so it was actually refreshing to see the innocence still there because, with everything being so accessible, you really think that, damn, if I ever want to have kids, do I want to have kids in this particular
Yeah.
era, in this particular generation? Because it's like, damn, you can't really shield them from anything.
Let me tell you, brother. And this goes to our conversations about both of us being middle children because you had one aspect of being a middle child where you were just alone and you just felt left out. And my middle child was like, why the fuck are you all in my business and everything like that? And damn, I forgot where I was going just that fast.
But you know what? That actually is gonna get into our top 3 because one of them is because I'm a middle. Well, I guess maybe more than one, but we'll definitely
a lot of it and stuff, and that's why we take different cars.
like, hey, you.
I tell you, me and Walt been going at it. We were roommates for a night,
right,
for a day and a half.
because I was out too fucking late trying to.
Hey, brother, I enjoyed you.
Yeah, it was.
I love you very much, man. Just
Love
put
you too,
that out
brother.
there. Except, I was in my feelings earlier today.
About that whole thing.
Yeah, a couple minutes ago.
I'm glad you got out of that.
Hey, brother, who said I was out of it?
Well, get out of it.
But I ain't gonna put it on mic.
But so we was having conversations with them, and it made me realize in as adults, right? I think we also fall into the issue of not having those uncomfortable conversations with whoever we are in a relationship with or dealing with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we as adults we enter into relationships, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't have, I think, and I'll just say this, in the black community, right? Growing up, I don't know about you, but for me, sex was never really a prominent topic. Like, it was never put at the forefront and like, we gonna sit down, we gonna talk about this, and any questions that you have, you need to ask. I'm gonna tell you about my experiences and what you need to look out for and all this kind of, like, we never, growing up, we never really had those quote unquote uncomfortable conversations, right? So how was that for you growing up?
I had the talk once with my pops, But after that, it was just, I grew up heavy in the church and everything, so it was like, don't have sex.
Yeah,
Like I was still wearing a purity ring when I was 18.
yeah, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, if you're very spiritual, the goal is to wait, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like even outside of that, like I feel like married couples in the black community don't even really talk about sex. You know what I'm saying? Like it's such a uncomfortable, or
Yeah.
it's almost like it's taboo. Like nobody's having sex. Like motherfucker,
Y'all
we
having
here.
sex, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You had kids, so we know you was fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But even with that, I know I hear this a lot is I shouldn't have to coach you, or
But that
you
is
shouldn't
asinine.
you should know what I need and everything like it's okay to tell somebody.
And so that's the thing. And I think that's the reason I brought it up, because I think that the reason we don't have those conversations as adults with our partners is because we did not have those uncomfortable conversations within our family as
Okay.
young adults. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was always, I guess sex was always looked at as, like I said, a uncomfortable topic.
Mhm.
So it's like, you can't really express or even inquire about certain things, because it was just like, oh, we don't talk about that in the household. You know what I'm saying? Like we not gonna bring up that topic and have the conversation. So it's like I feel like we get into situations now where we get in relationships and you don't even know how to express your expectation to your significant other.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I could definitely say I was not talking to my parents about sex like that
No.
and stuff. And I even said this earlier that my mom thought I was having sex, and you know what I'm saying, because I'm an attractive guy and stuff, and I
Oh, okay.
like to.
Self-proclaimed.
No, it's not self-proclaimed. A couple of motherfuckers tell me that. Even tonight and yesterday, you know what I'm saying? You seen them. You seen them.
All right.
I
So
miss you, boo. Um, anyway, but we definitely didn't have those conversations. So it's always a little bit awkward to have those conversations with your partner now.
So as far as those uncomfortable conversations, would you say that now you're able to have? Okay, so been out of a relationship little under or over a year now, right?
Over a year, yeah.
Okay, so in your last relationship,
Mm-hmm.
would you say that y'all actually sat down and had conversation about, this is what I like, this is what you like, this is what we're gonna do together, this is what I want to try, this is what I don't want to try, this is what, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. We definitely had those conversations. We tried some things. We were like, I don't like that. Be like, okay, cool. I definitely had some hard nose. Like, ain't nobody fucking with my asshole.
Right.
That's in the scene right now.
Yeah.
And then, but you just got to have those conversations because you got to go into it thinking that no two people are the same.
So how was the and so guess a few questions with it. How was that an uncomfortable situation? Was that an uncomfortable conversation, or were y'all both just like, she was like, I'm diving in, you was like, I'm diving in, we gonna have this conversation and it's gonna be what it's gonna be?
It was normally we just had the conversation and stuff like that, and be like, okay, well, I would say my relationship prior to that, we had the conversation, be like, okay, let's try this and stuff, and then see what it is. It's like, okay, I see that she liked that, okay. And then with my next girlfriend, I was like, okay, how do you feel about this and stuff? I might pull it out. It's like no, and then sometimes it's no at first, and then it's like, okay, well, let's try it again. Okay, I like that, but if you do it this way, and then it makes it a little bit better for them. But you have to be in tune with each other, listen to each other's bodies, and not be afraid to tell your partner what it is.
Yeah, and see, like, I don't know. I guess you got to get to that level, because I'll say for me, like, in my last relationship, I feel like it was like an uncomfortable conversation, right? Like it was like she never wanted to really just talk about it like that. It was just like, I guess in the moment we'll figure it out, right?
Uh-huh.
And I think that sets up people for failure. Especially, I really feel like, especially in married couples, and I'm not married, never been married, but I feel like when you talk about the top two reasons for divorce, right? And this is proven statistics are there. Top two reasons for divorce: number one, finances; number two is sex life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that could be, and you tell me how you feel about it. I think that could be because these conversations are quote unquote uncomfortable, and people don't have them. You don't explain to your partner what you want out of the situation, and vice versa.
Definitely. And it could also be that people are just not willing to try certain things
Okay.
because they can put something out there and you be like, nah.
Yeah.
Because even with me, I have my hard nose.
Right.
Things that I'm not gonna move on and stuff like that. So, having those conversations, that I think it would help, but it's you don't want to hurt people's feelings. You don't want to make people too uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times you don't want to rock the boat. But I've never been married to, so
Now, do you think two people can be together if they're sexually incompatible? And when I say that, I mean, you've had experience before.
Mm-hmm.
You get with said person, and you've had a certain kind of sexual relationship with your last partner.
Uh-huh.
You get into a new relationship, and things that you enjoy then, the lady that you with now is not about it. Do you think that could cause an issue?
I think it definitely can cause an issue. If not anything, just frustration.
Okay.
It's hard to be in a relationship with somebody. I heard this term the other week. Don't yuck my yum.
Don't yuck my yum.
Don't yuck my yum. It's basically don't kink shame me
Okay.
for the things that I like. And it's just I'm gonna tell you something, and this might be well, I don't even think it's gonna be on my list. I have a huge fear of getting with somebody and being with them and not having sex during that period, and then y'all finally get married and stuff like that, and you
it'd
just
be whack.
be dealing with whack sex for the rest of your life.
I think a lot of people fear that. I honestly think a lot of the older you get, I think a lot of people fear that, especially if you get to a certain age or a certain point in life to where you're not married.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's in the back of every adult's mind at that point.
I gotta try this cow out before I buy the shit, because I be damned if it's. Man, I've even thought about having relationships with people, being like, okay, we could probably do something,
Yeah.
and then I test the waters out, and
it ain't it.
not even that it don't feel good, but you had those awkward conversations. Okay, what is this?
Yeah.
What is this?
Are you okay today?
Is it this? What
You having a bad day?
yeah. Or is it this is an ongoing thing? Because
Yeah.
and it's a difficult conversation because you don't know how to tell somebody.
Now, if you run into that situation and it's a bad, I'm not even gonna say uncomfortable. I'm gonna say a bad sexual experience. Could that completely turn you off from a relationship?
Yes.
Yeah.
I definitely have times where I'll be like, you know what? Nope, not gonna do it. Not going through this. And I try to, saying everybody have bad days, and you wanna. And ladies out there, you might have a dude and he just quick on his gun and you be like, okay, it's just the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
You want to give them that second chance.
Yeah.
And I try to give ladies their second chance, but if they come back and it's some more of the same old bullshit, I'm like, all right, yeah, this one ain't gonna work.
We can't.
This is a ongoing thing.
Now, with that being said, do you feel like a instrumental thing to being able to, number one, talk about it, and number two, compromise on certain things. Do you think one of the factors that could play into that is entering into a friendship first before you enter into a situationship, a relationship, or whatever you want to call it? You know, fuck buddies, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you think that being friends first could make those conversations a little more manageable?
In a way, yes, but in a way, no.
Explain.
Because I've been in relationships with friends,
Uh-huh.
and the only thing that scares me about being in a relationship with friends is when you break up,
You
or
can fuck up the friendship.
fuck up that friendship,
Yeah.
and it's just gone.
Yeah.
So even if you had those uncomfortable conversations,
Right, but I mean solely from the aspect, and you are, I definitely agree with you there. But when I say that, I mean solely from the aspect of if you enter into this situation with your friend,
yeah,
do you feel like those conversations are now easier to have and not uncomfortable?
it should be, because y'all should be close enough to the point where you feel like you can have those conversations with each other, and it should make it easier to get out, and you're just gonna have to deal with the consequences.
Yeah.
as they call it. What about you?
I agree. I think that being friends first definitely solves a few issues, and obviously depending on the friendship, right? Like if y'all enter into the friendship and it's a genuine friendship, you know what I'm saying? Like you and her are genuinely friends before it even crosses the line. Like not friends with an agenda, but genuinely like y'all cool, you kick it, like we have a genuine friendship and nothing is romantic or sexual. I think that helps out before anything goes romantic or sexual, right? Because you already have that baseline established that, you know, this is my friend and I can talk to my friend. And
Okay.
so if you cross that line into the next point in your life, you know, we can have those conversations, or we may have already had those conversations, you know,
Yeah.
because especially when you have a male and a female friend, a lot of times one will confide in the other to see if they tripping, right? So
Yeah.
you'd be like, hey, you know, I was with my lady and I did this, you know.
Was I wrong?
Yeah, yeah. And so usually you get to fill each other out as friends.
Yeah.
Right? And so by the time you
As if you ain't got a hating ass friend that want to be with you on the low.
and that's why I said a genuine friendship with no motives, like nobody has any desires outside of being genuine friends, but it just develops into, you know, a relationship or a situationship. You know what I'm saying? I think that does give you the safe space to actually have a conversation of, you know, like a open dialogue versus it being uncomfortable, because I feel like once you reach a certain level, like conversations just don't be uncomfortable. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can just talk about pretty much anything and it'd be like, you know, I'm sitting down kicking it with my friend, like,
Yeah.
fuck it, we just gonna have the
Chop the
conversation.
shit up and it's gonna be what it is.
Yeah. So I do think from solely from that aspect, now going into what you went into, yes, that can fuck up a friendship. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I've seen and been in, you know, plenty of situations where you're friends with that person and then y'all cross the line, and then it's like once you decide that that's no longer where you want to take the friendship, it's like, I don't want to fuck with you no more, because you know what I'm saying? Because we not fucking, you know?
Yeah. And let me ask you this, because you're talking about friends and making conversations easier. Aggressive women.
Okay.
Have you dealt with them? Is it a common thing? Or is it more on she's waiting on you?
Let me say this. I think every woman is aggressive.
Okay.
It just depends on the situation and the environment, right? And I'll throw out. Let me break that down, and I'll throw out some examples of what I mean.
Okay.
First of all, I think 90% of women, when they get liquid courage, now this is for the women that drink,
Okay.
when they get a little liquid in their system, spirits in their system,
Yeah.
uh, they tend to become very aggressive.
Okay. Them green lights.
Yes.
They don't do the subtle green lights.
Yeah. And you know what? I actually I appreciate it sometimes. I don't appreciate it sometimes.
You appreciate it when you want it.
Yes, because it takes the hunt out. Like it takes and I mean, let's be real. Men do like the hunt,
Yeah.
but at the same time,
You don't feel like chasing after something that you
let me
can't.
tell you, lions only hunt what they know they can kill.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
I'm not.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you
I ain't gonna keep on shooting on the basket that got a fucking closed rim on it.
yeah, like you have to, you got to be approachable. You got to at least let someone know that the green light is there. Like you
Yeah.
said, like
Let
we
me say,
said.
brother, the other night I thought a green light was there. I was about to holler at my cousin.
Bye.
He wasn't my actual cousin, y'all, but we had the same last name. And I was like, hey, what's up? And walked to the door. Walked my ass right back to the section I was in. She, I don't got a boyfriend.
Yeah, man. So I think with the right liquid courage, I think every woman can be aggressive. I will say that because you posted
I did a poll. Like
You did a poll?
somebody made a status on Facebook, and it said, no woman can initiate sex.
okay.
And the results were I did on IG and I did on Facebook. On IG, majority of the votes went to saying it was false, a false statement. I would say the people that said it was true were guys, and the people that said it was false were women, with maybe 2 or 3 guys that said it was false.
Okay.
On Facebook, it was majority saying it was a true statement with all guys, and then maybe 1 or 2 females, or excuse me, 1 or 2 women that said it was no. Matter of fact, it was just one person that said it was a false, and it was a woman.
Okay. So tell me your stance on it. What do you think?
I think it's a case to case basis.
Right, because your last one had you walk into the tub like Loretta Devine, so it was definitely some initiating there.
Oh my god. So yeah, so it was initiation. So I said initiation. Is that the right word?
That was the right word.
I don't know why. Let me tell you, I've been super frat this week. I heard initiation. I was like, yeah, no initiation. No. But yeah, so some women they go off of what they know, and that's cool. And some women they just prefer that other guys pop it off. Like the woman I can think back, not the last woman I was with, but the one before her. We was just chilling, and I was about to put on another movie. She was like, "Nope."
Let's go time. Let's go.
Schmeats, what's up?
Pull it out.
Yeah. Other than that, and then there's some that just try to throw those hits out where they just like, back their butt up on you in bed.
Yeah.
And you be like, all right, do I need to go here?
Now, now would you say you prefer them to initiate?
Let me tell you, it's some nights where I prefer to be the aggressive one, and then some nights, sometimes you just want to get ravished.
And let me tell you, I think that's every man.
Yeah.
Because, so, let's be real. Majority, I'm not gonna say all because you can't, generalize, but majority, men and women, majority of the time in a relationship, the man is gonna have a higher sex drive than the woman. Majority. Would you say that's accurate?
I would say that changes once a man gets older.
Okay.
Because I would probably say
we lose libido as we.
Yeah, so I would say probably from 15 to 30s and stuff like that, we
Okay.
like just men are at their highest.
Okay.
Women, I think after they hit their 30s and up,
Yeah.
that's when they, hey, and then there are some women that's just want it all the time.
Right. And well, so I'll say this. You know, we are both single men, but we have a lot of married friends.
Yeah.
And the majority of the time I hear a lot of our married friends say when they talk about marriage, it changed. The sex changed after
I wasn't
they got
getting it
married.
when I needed, and
Yeah. And so
like, calm down, dog.
and so,
Beat him with a horny stick.
and so I from that perspective, you know, I think that if you know the woman initiates and you just know it's go time and you don't have to put in no work, it's like,
I'm all for it.
yeah, like damn, like I already wanted it, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So for you to initiate it, like,
Yeah.
let's go.
Sometimes you want to feel like the prize too.
You feel me?
And let me tell you this though too. I thought about this earlier today.
Uh-huh.
And I think a lot of it has to do, especially with black men, just the stress.
Yeah.
And when you get older, you don't want to have as much sex because you got all this stress going on outside
going
of it,
on, yeah.
and you just tired. And I was thinking, that's why these women like these dudes that got nothing else going for
They
them.
ain't got no job.
Like homeless because they ain't got no job. They don't have to worry about nothing.
Ain't no stress.
They just gotta worry about keeping a roof over their head.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fuck you the best that I can.
Yeah.
So
That's it. That's all I'm
that's all I
offering.
got to offer and stuff. So you got this husband, you got this man out here that's working, that's trying to provide all this stuff. And like, you know what? I just can't do it right now. You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just get tired.
Yeah, I think that is great. I think that's a good. You know, this is a conversation that we definitely. I feel like we're gonna have to have a part two to at some point in time because I want to hear the female perspective. Like I want
Definitely.
to see what the ladies think on the subject all together and just see where they want to
Yeah.
go with it. But for us, man, that does bring us to our top three for the night.
Damn.
And you know, I think. We don't talk about it a lot. As
It's definitely a part of being vulnerable.
yeah, and as black men, you know, that's a road that we don't like to travel. We don't like to be vulnerable. We don't like to put stuff out there. Me and you, man, we talk about a lot of things. We you know, divulge a lot of information to each other, and we have these hard conversations every now and again. So
Yeah.
top three, man, top three insecurities.
You want to go back and forth?
Yeah, we can
So
do
I
that.
can kind of start and find my insecurities.
First one. What's your first one?
Very surface level. My body.
Okay.
Definitely self-conscious about my body, especially these titties. Titties in my stomach are definitely something on there. I'll be like, I'm very insecure
Gotta work
about
it,
this.
yeah.
It just makes me feel like, I don't know if I want this to be out there.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't be able to tell the way I be posting traps and shit on.
Let me tell you, I'm actually going to agree with you there. That is one of mine. And you know, it may not seem like it because I tell a lot of jokes. But at the root of let me tell you, I can still laugh about it because the shit is funny to me too.
Yeah.
But you know, I have been working for the past maybe 2-3 years to be in shape, to get in shape, and it goes back and forth, right? Because and you know, a part of it's a lot of it's me because sometimes I'm on the fence of what fitness world I want to be in. Like sometimes I want to slim down and you know get real lean. And then on the other hand, I want to be strong as shit.
Yeah,
like I
you
want to be
fucking Ronnie Coleman and shit.
and so I'm lifting and you know when I lift ridiculously, it makes me want to eat. Like it makes me want to carb load. It makes me want to eat, you know, high protein. Well, not even high protein, but a lot of carbs.
A lot of carbs for the energy and everything like that. Yeah.
Because you know you it's easy to turn carbs into strength.
Yeah.
It helps you on your lifting workouts, and so, yeah, man, I struggle with that. And sometimes you know, sometimes I wake up and be like, hey, I like lifting. I like being strong. It boosts my confidence when I can, get up on the bar, get
Hmm.
up under the bar and put up, some real weight. But then other times I'm like, man, I gotta drop this weight,
Yeah.
and I know dropping the weight comes with losing a little bit of strength, and I'm like, hey, you gotta pick which one you want to do. So yeah, that's definitely one of them.
Okay. My second one, I would definitely say it is, marriage and everything, and fatherhood is a goal of mine.
Okay.
Being financially stable,
Okay.
in order to provide for my wife and my children. And ladies, if you're listening to this, I preferably want three children. If I can get twins and another one, then that's cool. But I want three kids.
All right.
But yeah, it's definitely, I want to be established in my career and stuff, and have all this stuff in order to give them and think that I'm bringing enough to the table in order to provide for them.
Okay. Yeah, I can see definitely finances. Yeah. That's not personally insecurity for me. One of
All right, big baller.
Nah, it's
No.
not even that. It's just I think I just we got different goals in life for
Yeah, yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
I think another one of mine, and it honestly stems from me being a middle child.
Okay.
I feel like as a kid I was never a favorite or
Okay.
not even like didn't get a lot of attention, right? The middle child is the forgotten child most of the time,
Yeah.
and so I think it pushed me to do a lot of things, but it also made me insecure about maybe not being good enough sometimes,
Okay.
and always striving to make accomplishments because it's like, hey, this is what I did. Hey,
Yeah.
I deserve.
Notice me.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And so I think that's one of my insecurities. Now I will say, with it being an insecurity, it has also pushed me, and I can accredit it for a lot of my ambition,
Hmm.
and a lot of the things that I have achieved. I will say is because of that insecurity. So it's not always a bad thing. I think it did help me along the way.
Hmm. My last one, I would say it's kind of along the same lines, is um, the feeling of acceptance
Uh-huh.
and being good enough, and that's in all aspects. So it's with women, with my parents, with my biological father,
Uh-huh.
which is also a parent. Um, but that stemmed into a lot of issues in my life, with me struggling with uh, having sex with women and using sex to cope
Yeah.
and gain that acceptance and stuff like that. So that's something that I continuously work on, and feeling that I am good enough. So
Okay.
I'd probably say that would be my last one. And probably
Um.
my largest insecurity that I battle with all the time.
Okay. I will say, I had my last one while you was talking, and then
And
I
I fucked
forgot
it up.
it. Let me think, because I know it was right there. Um.
Okay, well, why you think about that? Y'all listen to some of these smooth tunes.
No. I would have to say, my last. Oh, I do know what it was. My last one is, and again, I think it stems from me being a middle child, and we talked about this. I have abandonment issues,
Hmm.
and which is why I usually tend
Ask
to
people to.
fuck you. Nah, I usually tend to everybody that's close to me knows that I usually tend to check on people all the time.
Hmm.
Like my closest friends, my family, like I tend to just shoot out a text. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Like, I usually talk to the people that are closest to me, often, very often,
Yeah,
just because like it's good knowing that you got people in your corner.
yeah,
And sometimes you feel like you don't have people in your corner, and so I think that's one of definitely one of my insecurities, and the reason that I do a lot of things that I do.
You do you think that you send those texts out to be like, hey, check on me?
No,
Okay.
but I do it because I know how it feels when people don't check on you.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily for people to check on me, but it's for people to let other people know that somebody is checking on you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like somebody is, worried about you, concerned about you, want you to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I know how it feels to feel like you don't have people like that.
Yeah.
So that is why I do it.
Okay.
So yeah, top 3. All the listeners out there, please put your top 3. Look, we want y'all to comment, man.
Yeah.
Tell us you like what we doing. You know what I'm saying? We definitely are committed to this thing. We try to make sure that we don't go a week without putting out an episode because we know the people that do rock with it.
And we listen to y'all. Y'all said y'all didn't want to fucking have your phone open on YouTube all the time, and we put it on other platforms.
Yeah.
So
hey. Yeah. Just hit us in the comment section, man. We really do appreciate everybody, all of the shot callers that have been rocking with us. It's about 40 y'all, man. Y'all are faithful listeners. And we appreciate it.
Every single one of y'all.
I see the numbers, and I see that it comes from the same devices, the same platforms, around the same times, and we do get those calls and texts, and people are rocking with it. So just
be
hey,
cussing us out. Like, nah, you wrong about this.
Just hey,
put it in the comment section, motherfucker.
Yeah, put it in the comment section. Don't tell us. Put it in the comment section. But share with your networks too, man. I feel like and I could be wrong, but I feel like we got some pretty good content. I feel like we open up discussions as far as professional millennial young black men.
I like to think that people will listen to this and they talk to us as we're talking.
Yeah, and
You'd be like, no, that's not. No, this. Well, you right on that and stuff.
Yeah,
it's because this is all like we sitting across the couch from each other. We just looking like it's a therapy session.
Yeah,
I already told you, brother. I've been slurring all fucking day. Like,
it's because you're drunk and tired.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna lay the fuck out.
Yeah, but no, we appreciate y'all, man. As always, you can agree with us, you can disagree with us, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Father, fuck you.
At the end of the day, that's just our 2 cents on it, man. We'll see y'all next week.
All right.